What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today we are in a little bit different of a location, but boy do I have a good video for y'all. So to get right into it, as you guys probably know, or maybe you don't, I'm actually a private pilot. Yes, I understand that this is way different than most of the content that I put out on this channel, but thought it might be interesting to some of you guys. Maybe some people are hoping to get into aviation. Maybe some of y'all are into aviation. So anyway, with my private pilot's license, for those who don't know, basically when you get that license, you are typically going to be licensed as a single pilot VFR pilot. Now, single engine, pretty self-explanatory. VFR, maybe not so much. So for those who are not, I guess, aviation inclined people, VFR stands for Visual Flight Rules. So if you are in the sky, flying, doing your thing, you have to have a certain amount of visibility. You have to have a certain amount of cloud, altitude of the clouds from the ground. There's a lot of restrictions that can either allow you to fly or not allow you to fly. And I've had that license for probably 6 years now, and it's a blast. But one of my goals over the next couple years, as much as I love cars, like this beautiful WRX here, one of my goals is to actually purchase a plane of my own and be able to start flying more frequently and maybe filming that flying. If you guys are interested in it, let me know. But part of the progression as a pilot and the VFR flight rules is getting your IFR certification. IFR standing for Instrument Flight Rules. Now, basically, in layman's terms, what this means is that you now have a lower visibility and a lower cloud cover that you can legally fly in by relying on your instruments that are in the cockpit of your plane. This is great, one, for just a safety measure, but two, for being a better pilot and being better equipped for going into some airports that maybe VFR isn't exactly the easiest thing to get into for one reason or another. But as I think about the idea of buying a plane and, flying cross country to Alabama, to Florida, to Ohio to see my family, all of the above, all 50 states for that matter, maybe even some, international flights, we'll see. But having that IFR quiver in my back pocket is going to be huge in order to just maintain safety. And if that's not a sign right there, we have, it looks like maybe a Piper Arrow going into Greenville Downtown Airport on this lovely, lovely Monday night. But for the IFR rating, I mean, the main thing here, guys, is going to be safety. If you are up flying and you're going from, let's call it South Carolina, where I'm at, to, let's call it Florida, and maybe you run into a thunderstorm, or you run into a low cloud layer that's not going to allow you to get into your, let's call it, desired airport, you're gonna need an IFR clearance to get in. Otherwise, you're gonna have to turn your ass around and not be at your desired airport. It's pretty much as simple as that. With the IFR certification, guys, there's a lot of book work, a lot of studying. So you have to do a written test, you have to do more or less an oral test, and then you're gonna have to go up with a designated flight examiner to actually prove your proficiency with your instrument rating. And these are all great things. It's very important. You would hope that from an aviation standpoint, especially if you get on commercial flights, that these people aren't just handing out certifications left and right if they're not actually capable of doing said work. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. And as I've told my wife, it'll pretty much be like I'm back in school. and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the challenge. I have a lot of familiarity with instrument flying just with my dad, who's also a pilot, but also from flight simulators, YouTube, so on and so forth. And really one big thing that stuck with me over the years is a little saying that m0a.com, they're an aviation YouTube channel. If you're here, maybe you know about them, maybe not, but their whole saying is a good pilot is always learning. And I think that holds very, very true when you're talking about an instrument rating, guys. It's just something that is going to give you that peace of mind for myself, my passengers, my wife, my parents, my brothers, sisters, whatever, to be able to say, hey guys, I'm going flying and I'm damn confident that I'm going to get to where I need to go safely and efficiently with having my IFR ticket in my back pocket. So with all this being said, John, why are you talking about this? You're rambling, you're doing this, you're doing that. I get that. But with all this being said, what I really wanted to express here is my willingness to bring you guys along for the journey. If you're new to my channel, hello, I'm John with Gearbox. I do a lot mainly with cars, but obviously aviation is a passion of mine as well. And I would love to show you just kind of a deep dive in my process of getting my instrument rating, studying for instrument material, doing the flights, doing the checklist, doing the approaches, whatever. I really want this to be as resourceful to me as it is to you guys potentially. And I want to hear it in the comments down below. If you guys see this as something that you want to see my journey and see how I tackle this, probably do, mess up a time or two throughout the process, but just overall, learn from my process, learn from my wins, learn from my losses, and, be along this ride with me to get my instrument rating. That would be awesome, but I'm not gonna do this unless I have very vocal comments down below. So just let me know. I think it will be a fun change up to the channel, grab a new audience, talk about aviation, and hell, maybe we can relate it back to automotive somehow. Don't know how, but we're gonna try to. So anyway, guys, just wanted to make a quick video today talking about that. I'm very excited, very nervous as well. But really excited to start the journey and start kind of a new chapter of my aviation career. Once again, I'm a private pilot with just a handful, let's call it 70 hours, but want to get that instrument ticket to be able to do cross-country flights, international flights, whatever, and do it in a safe and just overall, solid manner. I don't want to half-ass anything. I don't want to put anyone at risk, including myself. So I figure the best way to do this is going to be through that instrument rating. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or yay or nay to following along with the IFR stuff, drop them in the comment section down below. If you're a pilot, let me know, especially if you have your IFR ticket. Love to hear your thoughts on what that process looks like, maybe some gotchas that you ran into that maybe you can help me not run into. All of the above are very important to me, and obviously your support has been amazing over the past year or two. But without further ado, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And until next time, peace. 留在自己那张脏乱的床，手摆好姿态对我装上了糖。